I feel like I talk about Cam Newton at least 3 times a week when I be doing these reaction videos because he just knows how to stay in the algorithm, and he's definitely in my algorithm constantly. I talked about him yesterday, and today I'm going to talk about him again because today we have a clip. Now, I've seen this video already, so I don't know how much of this conversation is actually in this particular clip, but the long and short of it is Cam Newton is, I guess, on this podcast. I think this might be his podcast. I'm not sure just by looking at it. It looks like it's probably his podcast. But he has Lex P and Drea, who I don't exactly know who they are. I've seen them before. And they're having a conversation, and Cam Newton is explaining something that should be a very simple concept to grasp. However, certain women, choose to make things more difficult than they are by trying to shame him, and they just don't want to get the point of what he's saying about platonic friendships with women. So let's get into this conversation because I think that this is and it actually looks like it's 7 minutes long. So this is probably the full conversation. So I'm going to let this play. I'm going to pause at certain points just to interject with my thoughts, and let's get into it.
All right, I just went viral for saying I don't have platonic friends that are women.
Yes, I saw that.
Is there a reason that we're saying platonic? Just out of curiosity.
What's wrong with platonic?
Because I thought it was platonic. Am I wrong or right?
No,
You say tomatoes or tomatoes?
Eclectic.
You say
That's what
pecan
or
you say
eclectic.
pecan? Yeah, like we over here acting like we all graduated from college
We did.
with doctors and
Well, we
masters
did.
and PhDs. And
I'm just
philosophy.
kidding. But I was asking if there was a joke.
She wasn't just kidding, and I don't think I think Cam Newton. I think that he's actually doing this on purpose, but Cam Newton did go to Auburn University, so the fact that he even said you talking like we graduated from college, yeah, we did. But I think he's doing this on purpose. I think he knows what he's doing.
That I'm missing out on.
No, it's platonic.
Okay, go ahead.
What would you like me to say it? How would you like me?
Just say what you want to say.
Platonic.
Play with it.
So with your man, can he have platonic relationships with other women?
Absolutely.
Okay, how are you identifying platonic?
They have never played with that coochie.
I thought you was gonna say with that tonic.
You know, they don't do that. You know, but yeah, I don't, because I have platonic male friends, and it's never been like I have a platonic friend that I met when I was 15, my best friend, and
He's straight?
He's straight, and he's now my brother-in-law. Never hit on me, always protected me, never was like that. Him and my sister have been together for years. I have a lot of.
That's a different dynamic.
It's not. He was my brother before he even knew my sister.
Yeah, that's a different dynamic.
Yeah, you probably called him brother. He was trying to get at you, and you wasn't going for it, so he got at your sister. Props to you for not being jealous about it. But then again, how do we know that she wasn't jealous about it? Maybe that's just what she says now, but for all we know, she probably did have an issue with that.
Not though, because I knew him like years before him and my sister got together.
Okay, platonic to me is, first off, a working relationship. If I work alongside, as you've seen beautiful women,
Very
here,
beautiful women. Black women, might I add.
correct,
queen.
that I work alongside with, that's not platonic. That's a working relationship.
Okay.
So when I say platonic, we have no business to be had together. It's just, yo, I seen you at the gym. Yo, what's up? You good? You straight? I'm just checking in on you. Like that, I don't have those.
Oh, yeah, I have those.
Simple concept. A girl that I'm working with, a girl that I do business with, or that I'm alongside in certain environments, one thing. But just a woman that I meet at the gym or I'm out at the grocery store, whatever the case is, and I run into a chick, no, I am not friends with a woman, an attractive woman. If she's attractive, I'm going to try to bone her. Let me ask y'all something. AI taking jobs, layoffs normal, companies cutting people like it's a haircut special. So what's the backup plan? What if your money could clock in so you don't have to? Today's sponsor is replaceyouриncome.com. This isn't day trading. This isn't buy random stocks and pray. This is a strategy focused on selling stock options, meaning the goal is to make money if a stock goes up, down, or even stays the same. That's different. They send real-time trade alerts. There's a 1-hour masterclass explaining the strategy step by step, and it only takes 15 minutes a day to execute. No meetings, no selling products, no DMing 20 people, just trades. Now here's the part I like. You can try for $1 for the first month. Go through the full course, see the trades, decide if it's for you. If it's not, cancel. If it is, you just found another income stream. Stop working only for money. Make your money work for you. Click the friends and family link in the description and check out replaceyouриncome.com. $1, 1 month. Decide for yourself.
Yeah. Like, but to me, can I be honest?
Please.
When men say that they can't have platonic relationships with women, that makes me feel like you don't look at women as human beings.
What?
Why would you say that? And my producer is a woman.
Because
But you just said that's a business relationship.
Because you said that's a business relationship because they are working for you. They're showing up for you because they're getting paid. No shade. But I say this to say, if you can't have a normal, hey, what's up, Ken? How you been? Just checking on you. You good? Because you don't look at them like human beings that are not sexual.
No, you're trying to shift the narrative that makes me out to be a person that doesn't know what I'm trying to refrain from. Right? I don't want to have any loose ends. I don't want to put myself in a position that I know myself. It has nothing to do with me not looking at them as not being human beings or you not being human beings. But if we don't have nothing, and this is coming from a person, I don't have any male friends. So let's just throw that out there too. If we're not making money together, bro, if we're not doing anything that better ourselves, there's not a person that could be like, yo, like Cam's my former teammates. Yeah, but we were former teammates. It's not a person that I'm checking for like, hey, bro, what you about to get into? Hey, let's go. That's not who Cam is. Yeah. It's either I'm working or I'm home. That's my life. So platonic female relationships, I don't have. Platonic male relationships, I don't have. I just don't.
Okay, well, that's understandable if you're saying you don't have friends, period. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a gender thing, but when it came with the clip...
No, it is a gender thing because it's a simple concept. More than likely, men and women cannot just be platonic friends. If there is a platonic friendship between a man and a woman, more than likely, the man has tried to holler at the woman in some regard, and she turned him down. Now, there are certain cases where, like, I can think of one platonic friend that I had that was a female that was straight. You know, she was a heterosexual woman, and she was attractive, but I just didn't look at her that way. I knew she was attractive looking, but she wasn't, like, really my type. And that's not the reason why it was platonic. It was more so along the lines of she was a homeboy of mine's work. But she was so cool. Like, she was in the friend circle. So we was cool. And I mean, to be completely honest, can't even really call that a friendship for real. We didn't call each other and check on each other. You know, like we would kick it. Like I would pull up to her crib and we would kick it, but never did nothing, never tried to holler at her, never nothing like that. That's the one example of my life I can think of. If I'm friends with a woman, like at some point in time, the potential for it to go down is there. I'm not saying that I'm trying to stab every single female that I know, but the potential is there. And yeah, on the right night at the right time, it might go down. But I don't understand why women act so befuddled behind this when they do the same thing with men. Women can have male friends and call it platonic, but it's really not platonic because you're using that man the same way that the man wants the woman for sex. A woman will have that male friend for validation, to listen to her problems, to do all the things that she would want her boyfriend or her dude to do, that dudes don't do. So don't come over here with that bullshit trying to get me to listen to your problems. I'm not that nigga. I'm here to slide in between them guts and keep it the fuck pushing. Like, yeah, we gonna go out, have a good time, spend time with each other. But nah, you want me to listen to your problems about working out? Nah, go talk to your girlfriends about that. I'm not your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? This is what a lot of women use their male friends for. Or if they need a ride somewhere, or if they need to borrow some money. So you want the benefit of having that man in your life as your friend, but not give him no coochie. That's fine. The same way that a man wants the benefit of getting the coochie, but not having to commit to her as a boyfriend. This is the reason why men and women typically cannot be platonic friends. You can be platonic associates, but I'm talking about we're hanging out, we're going out, spending time together, we going to the movie. That's a motherfucking date. What is we talking about?
I saw. For sure. It came off like, oh, I don't have female friends because you can't control yourself.
It was giving lack of control. Like that, so I would rather just not have women friends because I know I might cross that line of friendship.
Well, even if it was though, is that a problem?
Yeah, because it's a problem. Just because you want to cross that line, that don't necessarily mean she do. So y'all can still be friends.
That's cool, but listen.
Or now is it a rejection thing?
It's not. No, it's not a rejection thing. It's a understanding. What happened to understanding? Like, yo, if a person is fighting an addiction.
Okay.
And hey, you're going through these AA meetings or you're going through the steps to become a better version of yourself. Mm-hmm. Why would you position your everyday walk of life passing what you're trying to get over?
And this is my issue with what he just said. It's not a freaking addiction. It's called DNA. We are men. We are hardwired to smash. That is what we are made to do. That is who we are. It is not an addiction. I be hating these soft ass talking points like all of a sudden masculinity and manhood was perfectly fine for the last 150,000, 200,000 years that human beings have been around. It was perfectly fine for us to build the world, to build the roads, to build the buildings, the towers, and everything that we use to have internet so that we can even have these stupid ass conversations. It was perfectly fine to kill off all the animals and the threats in the wilderness. It was perfectly fine to fight the wars, to civilize the world so that women can live comfortably. Masculinity was all right, A-okay then. But all of a sudden, 15 minutes ago, now we have to sit here and go to AA meetings and apologize for our masculinity. Do you see how idiotic that sounds? This is the reason why I do this type of content and push back on these talking points. Because as a man, I refuse to apologize for being a man and being the way that I was hardwired to be. Now, does that mean that you're supposed to go around and just hop on anything that you see walking and try to take down any woman? No, I have some restraint, definitely. And I don't even think that's what Cam Newton is saying. I don't think that's how Cam Newton operates. I think just the overarching point is that we're hardwired to be men. We're not asking women to apologize for being women, are we? We're not asking them to apologize for wanting this protection and wanting this comfort. So why are you trying to indict manhood? Why not understand it and salute the man for saying, hey, I just can't be friends with a woman I'm attracted to because I already know what's going to happen, that I'm going to try to do. And really, the real issue is, see, Cam Newton can say this because he's Cam Newton. This man played in the Super Bowl. He's rich. And he got a bunch of kids and a bunch of baby mothers. So women must find him attractive. You know what I'm saying? My ass, I'm a solid 5.5. I ain't got as much money as Cam. You know what I'm saying? I'm the greatest rapper on planet Earth, but you know, you feel what I'm saying? The average dude ain't got no choice but to be platonic friends with a lot of these women.
Telling me you so addicted to them yams that you can't have a friend?
It has nothing to do with yams or friends. It has everything to do with I know me.
So you don't have control. You lack self-control.
The projection from these emotional women is astonishing, honestly.
What about saying, hey, I respect you for knowing yourself enough to not cross that line in any type of relationship?
Thank you.
But why can't you not crossy? Like,
I'm cordial.
okay.
Like you, this
God damn, these ladies are dumb. Ugh.
this is
But that's why I said you don't look at attractive women beyond being something that you can fuck on.
I just don't cross that line. I'm cordial. It's not that I don't make eye contact. It's not that I don't communicate.
Stupidest,
It's not that
dumbest.
I don't try to be of service to them in any capacity. It's just a line that I'm not just willing to. I say this and this goes back to me being honest. Mm-hmm. I rarely give my number out. I talk to a lot of people on Instagram.
Okay.
Right?
And they can decipher them letters?
Yeah, they do. And it's one of those things like I protect my peace.
All right.
As an individual that knows that.
I don't know. I think she was trying to like say he couldn't spell or something, and that again, a shaming tactic. You want to sit here and shame this man instead of saying, you know what, I understand what you're saying, and I respect you for acknowledging that you keep a certain boundary because you already know that you don't want to cross that line. No, you have to use every shaming. He has no self-control. He's whatever the other girl said, and now he can't spell. Do you see the little? See, that's what women do. They throw little jabs and little shots. They call it shade. You see what I'm saying? That's what bitches do, actually. Forget women. That's what bitches do.
And for somebody that may hear this and say, oh, I knew he was, that's cool. That don't move me.
Okay.
What moved me is a person that realizes like, yo, he been communicating with me on Instagram for real. Like, dang, like, yeah, because my peace is more important than anything else to me, because when I have to show up for individuals, whether I'm working alongside them, whether I'm trying to be there as a family member, or just making a solid business decision, I want to have pristine focus on that. And I don't want no distractions. So if I'm at that particular point where I'm saying to myself, hey, I don't want nothing to sway me away from that. So male or female, we ain't platonically
anything.
No.
Okay. I can understand it, like I said, if it's from humans. You don't fuck with humans. People. That's what I'm saying. But in the clip, it seemed like it was women only. But now that you put it that way,
it did.
I understand.
Don't get no.
There's something under that hat.
It's something under that hat. So again, another way of trying to shame him and basically say that he's stupid. This is why I don't, when men have certain platforms and they talk to women and they have these conversations, we need more men to push back and to call these women out on their bullshit. Because there's no way that you either, whether it's his platform or their platform, I think it's his platform. I'm looking at the furniture. I'm actually looking at the blocking and the way that he's centered in the middle. So that looks like his hat. So it's his platform. And y'all are sitting up here being disrespectful, acting like you don't understand the concept of what he's saying. Calling him, saying he has no self-control, calling him stupid, saying he can't spell. Granted, he's mispronouncing Platonic, but just a lack of respect. And this is how our women treat us. This is how our women value us these days. And it's very sickening. It's very sickening. And I would have pushed back on everything that they said. I would have gave them an example that makes sense to them. This is why The Godfather was so great at what he did, because he knew how to take these concepts that women act like they can't seem to grasp and rephrase it and reframe it in a way that made sense to them. So where they could say, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And usually all you have to do is swap the genders, and instead of talking about sex, make it about money or make it about something. Ask them, what do their male friends do for them? What do they expect out of their male friends? You see what I'm saying? Cam, I think he doesn't want to alienate the women that watches his platforms. So he'll allow like a Cheyenne Bryant's or I forget the other chick that he had on his platform. He'll allow these women to come onto his platform and call him out, criticize him, even going so far as to disrespect him. He'll allow that. And I commend him for it, because I don't have the patience to do that. But also, you know, he has to stick to his bag. He doesn't, you know, pander to the women. He doesn't, you know, pedestalize the women. He speaks truth about what he feels and where he's at with it. But like I said, he knows what he's doing. Like mispronouncing words like Platonic and eclectic. That's what it was. Lady London, the other one that was on there. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments section about this conversation. Peace.
If I had a machine that could travel through time, I would go back some years with a Mac and a 9, 2 Uzis with a few grenades in my hand, 8Ks, HKs, more Ks than the Klan. Fuck a nigga gonna do against me with a musket. I'm talking about them days they would stone you in public. You probably go back in time to meet Jesus Christ. I'd ask Jesus for help to steal Judas Ice. Amen.
You got music, you got a business, you got a product or service, but you're not making enough money off of it because you don't have enough exposure. DM or email me right now to get promoted on my platforms. I have 850,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 460,000 followers on Instagram. I have the following that you want to get seen in front of. I was able to increase the sales of this Amazon book off of a YouTube sponsorship with just 30,000 views. And I was able to give this artist 15,000 views with the Instagram repost in less than 24 hours. So DM or email me at bookingcranklucas@gmail.com right now to get more exposure and more money for your business.